Live today. What is it? May 14th, I think it is.
Yeah, 14th.
Yeah, 14th.
It's a Wednesday, my dude.
Yes, and we are fired up to be with you, Corey.
I'm fired up. I'm so excited.
You're just so excited up. What's the yeah, it's fired up, right?
Yeah, I usually say fire up all the time.
You're just fired up all the time, yeah. So yeah, it's gonna be good.
Probably need to make a T-shirt out of it. I've said it so much.
Yeah. So, guys, listeners, thank y'all for joining us today. We'll be live today. We really don't have a timeline, to be honest. We're kind of here to.
Our schedules are clear.
Yes, and we're gonna just be with y'all and answering questions and having a good time.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes when we record podcasts, they can get a little. Seems a little repetitive on our side anyway. You know, it kind of gets boring is not a good word to use right now.
We get into a format, and so we like to break it up every now and then and do a little live. And today's gonna be cool.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. We're gonna have a good time. We got a little different thing going on today. I guess you could say. I know you did a video the other day. Made a post.
Yeah.
But so I'm gonna let you. I'll just pass it on to you, Corey, and I'll just let you explain the strategy of our live today and what we're gonna do.
So today, instead of having one guest on, we're gonna try to have just as many of our team members as we can on for little 15-minute mini sessions, and let you hear from some of the cool people in our organization that are actually embodying leading with a purpose.
Yes.
And so.
It's gonna be really cool to actually talk to people that are actually on the floor that hit this morning. So that's a cool little nugget. Yeah, you ready to get it going?
I'm ready. So our first guest is going to be somebody that's near and dear to our hearts.
Yes, and he's actually sitting already beside me.
Yeah,
he's already in the studio,
already.
like taking it over.
That's it, and that's
right there. He is.
Good old Gerald Yoders. So. Gerald, welcome.
Thank you.
I think you were on season 1, I believe.
Been a long time.
Camper.
With Pastor Micah, and so we're excited to have you back. We've been trying to get you back for a while, and it just hadn't worked out. But
I'm excited.
You're a busy man.
Well, I try.
Yeah, he's the one that keeps it all together for everybody.
Yeah. So Gerald, tell the audience what you do, how long you've been with the organization. We'll kind of dive in from there.
Perfect. I work in accounting. I've been here since May 9th of 2022.
2020, dude, it's been that long already.
Yeah, right at 3 years.
3 years.
Just a little bit over a couple days.
That's awesome. So, and you've actually done several different roles. You've kind of moved through a few things. You started out as
a driver.
Right?
Drove truck for 5 or 6 months.
I forgot you did that, to be honest, man.
That was my first thing here.
I totally forgot you did that.
I did that, and then they moved me to the office to do sales for, a year and a half?
I think so.
Yeah,
somewhere in there.
A year and a half.
And then I was like,
for a year.
Get over here.
Yeah.
It was kind of like me and you swapped.
Yeah.
There was a little trade between the teams. I went to the sales, and you went to accounting. I think we made a good choice there.
Yeah, I think so. I think
so far so good.
Yeah, so far so good. Yeah. I enjoy working with Gerald. He just really embodies who we are here, and I am blessed that he's on my team.
Yeah.
So audience, he plays a big part in the things on the accounting side of things, strategies, and just he makes people happy when he pays them, and he's the most loved, hated individual in the organization because everybody loves him on a Friday, but they don't like him throughout the week when he tells them no.
Yeah.
Well, I'd hope they like me for my jokes at least. I mean,
you do have some great dad jokes.
I try.
Yeah. So you got one?
Not right now.
Not right now.
No.
Okay. If you think of one, you just throw it out there, man.
Yeah. I did have one little thought. Like my job as well is to give Corey a hard time.
Yeah. Oh, that's true.
Yeah. That's one of my highlights of the day is to go into Corey and tease him a little bit.
Yeah, I definitely got some gray hairs from you. Well, Gerald, you do an excellent job. And first of all, I want to publicly say that you do an excellent job for us, and you help the sales team out, and that's a huge thing for us. A lot of times is you do have a job function, right? Mm-hmm. But part of being in an organization is sometimes having to jump in and help other people with their job function, and I know I'm always appreciative of that. But so we talk about leading with a purpose all the time. What do you feel like, if you want to share, open up as much as you want, if you want to kind of give a condensed version, whatever, however you want to go about this, but what would you say that is Gerald Yoder's purpose?
Well, for me, I feel like mine is just to be a servant, to make other people smile, to have a good time, enjoy life, and do what I can to make other people's lives around me better.
Yeah. That's great.
My
That's what we, I mean, in the end is what, I mean, first of all, that's what Christ tells us to do, but also, that's what we embody as an organization. And I think that's why you fit so well in here. You mentioned to me earlier today, we were in a one-on-one meeting, and he mentioned to me that if people walked in our office at times, they would think that we don't like each other very well because we are so hard on each other. But it's like he said it's because we have fun.
Yeah.
We actually care about each other to the point that we just give each other a hard time.
We enjoy it.
And we love it. So it's just awesome to see that and you're a big part of that. You're like we talked about your jokes and things like that. So thank you for lightening the moods at times.
Well, hey.
It's pretty awesome. So
yeah,
but,
you do a good job.
Yeah.
And big culture guy. So Gerald, I'm trying to think of maybe what's a challenge that you faced lately that somebody could pick up some tips on how to deal with challenges and stuff.
You put me on the spot with that one.
That you can tell. Some you might not be able to.
Well, there's probably some that you probably don't want to share, but
I mean, you mind if I talk about what I called you out on?
No, I'd love to.
Yeah. So we were in a little bit of a slump in the accounting team for a little bit, and I went to Clinton, and then we had a good old discussion a little bit, called him out on a few things, and I mean, I think that went really well.
It did.
I mean,
I needed it. I'm going to be very honest, and what I love about you doing that, Gerald, was that there's not many people that would feel comfortable to go to the owner or the leader and say what you said. And I know at first you were kind of
like, it was like a little bit like, how do I approach this? Like, I want to do it in a respectful way, but I feel like we need a
little kick in the butt.
A little kick in the butt, a little direction of
I fell into a pretty strong procrastination moments, but you know what, that's what's beautiful about an organization that we talk about it a lot, where you have those constructive conflicts or constructive arguments, constructive things like that, and I needed it because I was in a slump. I kept pushing things off, and I told him, I said, he has the right to do that from now on, because I know me. I'm gonna fall right back into it at some point.
I'll let you have it once a quarter.
Once a quarter.
Yeah. Once a quarter.
That's fair. I like it.
So Gerald, in that situation, because that's not an easy thing. I know I've had to do. That sounds terrible. Like we're always having to kick you in the face.
Yeah, I'm just over here. I get it from every side.
I've had to.
So if you wonder why I'm so sad all the time, I get.
He's hired people that don't cut him any slack.
No, it's awesome.
But no, I know when I've had to, it was actually during that same season when we were doing a voiceover or something, and you were like, "Oh, we'll just push that off," and I was like, "Dude, we gotta get it done." and so that's not an easy thing to because we all love Clinton as a friend, and that's another big thing is we all have great relationships, but at the same time, he still is our boss. And so in your mind, that's difficult at times. Mm-hmm. So how give the listeners some tips on maybe how they can approach their leader or their the person ahead of them in the organization, of how to go about bringing an issue up with respect, with a little reverence and everything, but still communicating what needs to be communicated.
Well, you first of all have to do it with care. You have to care about the individual first. And you have to do it in a very respectful way. And don't speak from the... It's a concern that you have. Don't speak from, this is a problem. That's kind of the way that I approached it and went through that whole thing.
Yeah, and I would say from a leader standpoint of, and there may be leaders out there that don't like to hear the concerns of their employees or team members. And y'all know who I am. I'm not in everything, so I don't find things out. And if I wasn't open to my team coming to me and in a sense calling me out, let's say and be accepting in that, it has avoided a lot of hurts in our business and a lot of issues in our business because of it. And Gerald, when he came to me, he approached it as a problem that is affecting the organization, not it's you stink at your job approach. Yeah. It's hey, because we're not doing this, it's our goals that we got set, what we're trying to achieve is it's like we're pushing it down the road. And the thought that came to me that day when he approached me was do things today that your tomorrow self will thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. I always think go the approach of don't deal in opinions, deal in facts. Yeah. And so that means like having some ducks in a row, and so you can be like, hey, listen, if we don't get back on track, I'm gonna be here. Like I think of it like I'm on this road. I'm in the passenger seat with you. And if you want to take a left or take a right, I'm still going to be in the passenger seat with you. But my job is to show you what a left turn is going to do and what a right turn is going to do. So deal in facts of saying, hey, listen, if we don't get our tails in gear, then like you said, hey, we're not going to hit this goal, we're not going to hit that goal. If we just stay the same way, here's the outcome that's possible here. So that's awesome.
We work a lot. We work together all the time, and we work a lot the same way. For me, it's just tell me what you need done.
Get out of the way.
And let me handle it.
Yeah.
And we work a lot the same way, so if we need something done, we'll just split it up, and I'll handle this today. If you want to handle this, and we go about our ways.
Yeah, it's good. What is something, changing the subject just a little bit, since you've been working here, what is a highlight that's happened? It can be from things that in work, or it could be stuff we did as an organization together. What is a highlight that you would say since you started here when it comes to
friendships, golf?
Oh, we do golf a lot.
Oh, we do golf so much.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous.
Honestly,
I told them last night I got something done year round that takes my money.
Yeah.
It's hunting during the winter and golf during the summer.
I was texting a couple guys I coach baseball with, and I told them they were asking me to do something last night, and I said, well, guys, I'm actually going golfing, and they said, they hit me back, well, must be nice, and I was like, because they know how much we all golf together, and but yeah, definitely the friendships, man. You've turned into a really great friend of mine, and that's something I'll always cherish, no matter what. Wow. Even though you get on my nerves and you act like my little brother at times, it's. And he gives me, I've probably got some gray hairs in my beard because of Gerald, but it's definitely been awesome.
It's got a name.
Yep.
Yeah. So I mean, we made a big change at the beginning of the year. Man, we all know a little bit about that. When it comes to change, Gerald, do you feel like we handled the as big of a change as we had? Do you feel like we handled it well?
100%.
Okay.
100%. The reason I say that is this. With the meeting structures the way that they were, we were sitting in a bunch of different meetings that never really pertained to us.
Yeah.
And it was just kind of like...
Waste of time.
Like, why am I here?
Yeah.
Whereas now, it's more like, okay, these meetings are actually...
Things that I have to participate in.
Yes, I have to participate in this. This is a part of my job. So, whereas before, it was just like, well... We're talking about production today. Like, okay, well, that really doesn't apply to my job, but I pay these guys, or like run the payroll and everything for these guys. So that is a part of my job, but it's like
Mhm.
I'm really not in the day-to-day production stuff of it.
Yeah, exactly. So I know this is, I'll put you on the spot, but I like to, it's live so everybody can, I'll go back and look at their pre-recorded and see where my stat line lies with all my team members when it comes to, was this a good move? And they never can tell me otherwise because I got proof now.
Yeah.
So I'm going to ask questions on this podcast that I can later go back to and hold it against them.
Yeah.
So
Well,
that's the goal.
let me get on record. let me go on record real quick. It was a great move. So.
So anyway,
Well, dude, thank you for coming on. I know it was quick, and I feel like we could probably talk another 45 minutes with him.
Mm-hmm.
But you're awesome, and you're doing a great job.
Thank you.
And we want everyone to know you're doing a great job.
Yep.
And but
yeah, give this, anybody in the organization listening, make sure you let's thank each other for what we do, because we all carry a very vital role in this, and sometimes we overlook each other a little bit.
Yeah.
And this whole thing could not go the way it's going without every single person engaged the way they are and giving it their all. So so yeah, well, I appreciate you, Gerald. We will. Who do we got next?
I think we got. We're gonna have a little 5-minute where we can kind of look at chat real quick. So if you got any questions, any comments, or whatever, maybe give old Gerald a boy. But we're gonna look at chat, kind of interact with chat for just a little bit while we get the next guest set up, and we'll check that out. So see, JD is in the chat saying that my beard is looking good today. I appreciate that. I work very not hard at all on it. It just grows naturally. And then there's my beautiful bride there.
Hoagland said, I guess he's talking about Gerald, the B-Dog G of the hour.
That's it.
Yeah. So,
Big
man,
Dog Gerald.
you know, just sharing this, you change for the positive, could you say?
Intentionality.
Okay.
We became more intentional.
Mm-hmm.
So what I mean by that is not just letting things passively happen, understanding and crafting systems and structures around things to make it happen. And so that really started a lot. I know I don't get to see every aspect because I'm only on one half of the business, but I know at Yoder Metal, it really happened with a lot of the systems and structures we started with the production and sales and things like that, and it's kind of bled over everywhere into Yoder Metal, into the finances, into everything. And so I think we started, instead of just saying, well, it is what it's going to be, we've started saying, hey, we're going to make this what it is, and that goes all the way into the core values, into our vision, mission statements, and everything. That I'd feel like that would be the biggest change, because when I came here, I'm not saying that there wasn't any of that.
Right.
I just think we all as a team just kind of said, hey, listen, let's double down on that, because we found success with it.
Yeah, and I think it's the value of making sure that everybody's aligned, and that's what you're saying, intentionality of making sure everybody's working for the same thing. Because I think early on in my business life, there was a lot of just like shooting from the hip per se, and hoping you hit, and you would sometimes. There's moments when you shoot from the hip that you hit bullseye.
Yeah.
But majority of the time you do not, and so I guess the losses may be further apart with a few more wins sprinkled in because of the intentionality.
Yeah,
it seems to be.
So we used to be a really shoot, ready, aim kind of people, and now we've kind of hit the other side of the pendulum, where sometimes it's like
we may
just pull the trigger.
We need to pull the trigger a little bit more,
and that's natural. When you go through seasons like that, is you're going to have this big swooping pendulum effect, and it's going to be, which in my opinion, I like us having a plan when we launch something and go towards it. So but yeah, there are times where I'm like, let's just do it. let's just do it, baby. Let's just pull the trigger and let's go.
That's good stuff.
But well, all right. Well, we got our next guest in the studio, Mr. Brandon Dishman.
What's up, Brandon?
Thank you for letting me come on here.
He's looking
Absolutely.
great
Yes,
today.
he is.
Well, thank you. I did all for you.
I appreciate that. So, Brandon, real quick, tell the audience what you do here, how long you've been with us, all that good stuff.
Okay. I've almost been here for about a year now. I'm the IT guy. So the guy you call whenever something's not working on your computer or whenever you forget your password, or when you have an idea of something that could happen with technology, and I tell you either if it's going to blow up or if it's going to work or not.
And you're the guy that will come in and look at a computer and say, hey, the reason it's not working because it's not plugged in.
Hey, have you tried powering it off and turning it back on?
Yeah.
I mean, that works half the time. Now, if it doesn't work after that, I'm going to have to come see you.
Yeah. I like it.
Yeah, I know he's helped me a ton, and you know, it's kind of funny. I get the question a ton, that, you know, because people know us as they say Amish, and they think you know, no power or anything. And so other day I had somebody ask me that question, and I was like, they're like, y'all have computers and everything? I was like, we've upped it this last year. We even got an IT guy now. And he did make a joke. He's like, what does he do, work on horses? And I was like, that's good. But no, he's pretty good.
It's different kind of horses.
Yeah. Oh, and he's also a guy that absolutely loves to create barcodes.
Oh gosh, not again.
It's an inside joke.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I'll say a little because then people are going to wonder. We are in the middle of redoing barcodes on every product we have, and he's in the middle of that. And so if anybody if anybody listeners out there would love somebody that does barcodes, you know, he mentioned the other day he would love to.
I would love
to get paid to do that for y'all. I say that
That's
with
a
full
keyword right there. Keyword.
Yeah.
No, it's been a kind of a running joke about all the barcodes that he's been playing with lately.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot more than you probably thought.
Trust me, I've been through a struggle with them. You'd be surprised. I pray for every Walmart employee that's out there having to deal with barcodes, putting them on boxes, because I feel that pain, because this morning I thought I had everything lined up and ready, and that binder fell over, and they scattered everywhere, and it was quite a morning. But I'm here. I'm still here now.
Did you cry a little
bit? That says
bit?
I got through. Just a little bit. A little bit one step at a time, one tear at a time.
That's it.
Oh, I love it.
Well, man, you know, you've been here a year, and first of all, what a great addition to the team. First of all, you're hilarious. That's the you know, we have Brandon that's in IT, then we have Brandon down at Yoder Metal, and the running joke is like when they're both standing next to each other, we call Brandon Dishman the smart Brandon.
Yeah.
and
you
hate it.
Every company needs a Brandon.
Yeah.
If you don't have one out there, go ahead and go find one.
Yeah, go get you.
They're on LinkedIn. They're waiting.
Yeah, and we got 2 of them, so we're a special company.
That's why we're so special.
That's right.
Got a handful.
Yeah, and they're both awesome.
They both are.
And on my end, I just want to tell you, Brandon, like you have been an absolute solid addition to our team. I mean,
Thank you.
It's been you realize real quick what you don't have, or what you didn't have before you started, and just the ability to, you know, figure things out when it comes to the technology. It just makes our life easier. It makes us feel comfortable that we can, you know, do our job well. Something happens, we can get back up and going quick. You've done an amazing job, and I think everybody would agree with that.
Yeah, he's killing it. You take stuff off my plate constantly, is because that used to be one of my things. It's like when something breaks, like, Corey, come look at this thing. I'm like, I got no clue.
Hey man, that's not my job, man.
Now I'm like, call Brandon. Like, but you do an awesome job. So Brandon, talk to us a little bit. Like we asked Gerald just to get us kicked off. What would you say is your purpose in life? I think that's always so important to hear, because it unlocks a little bit of your story of why you do what you do.
I've been waiting for this moment for a while.
All right, let's hear it.
So, honestly, I feel that I need to help others. And it gives me a purpose in a way that not only can I find in my faith, but I can find in just a connection with one another. As I say, I sit with you right now. I don't think of anyone really higher than me or lower than me, but I think of all of you as brothers here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody that I meet can be considered brothers and sisters, as we all do. And I know I've tried my best to be funny, but I try my best to be the salt and the light whenever it comes to me seeing you, interacting with you. And there is a little bit of humor with that put along, but I see with making your life easier, because when somebody's sitting over there punching their keyboard or almost wanting to get there, I can see it in their eyes, because I've been through that before. And I can sit there and make that problem a little bit easier on everybody.
Mm-hmm.
It makes things simple and effective. And if I can just make everything a little bit more simple and effective, all the puzzle pieces will align. And I think that's probably my puzzle piece that I add to here. And
Mm-hmm.
it gives me purpose.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope with that purpose, I can be able to be awarded for that.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Well,
Absolutely.
I feel a little attacked when you said punching a keyboard. I feel a little attacked by that comment, because I know you've seen me about lose it before on the keyboard.
It's okay.
But you were like, "Did you check the batteries?" And I'm like, "Yes, I
Oh.
checked the batteries." I get a little snarky when I get frustrated. But you know, dude, I think that's awesome, and you do help a ton, and so I love hearing that purpose behind what you do, because every single person, doesn't matter what your role is, and that's really what we're trying to highlight here is, yes, we all have a organization purpose,
Mm-hmm.
but inside of that we all have a different purpose that is uniquely made for us. And so I love hearing everybody's purpose and stuff. I'm a purpose nerd.
Do you got any stories or something that you could say has been a highlight since you started here?
Oh my goodness.
I don't put you on the spot. But
No, it's a lot of things here. Oh man, I think if we had to go with maybe the most weirdest thing I've been through so far, I have installed Ethernet cable. That's internet cable for everybody at home. I got to go with Conrad, the guy I look up to here, and he told me, he said, we were looking up, we were like, how are we going to get that cable up there? And he said, give me one moment, I'll be right back. And this big machine, they call it the lull, and I'm telling you, this is places where I don't feel smart, and I'm not smart Brandon. He rolls up in this thing, and he shows me, he says, all right, you're going to get in this right here, and I'm going to get in this box, and you're going to lift me up here, and we're going to get this cable through here. And this whole time I'm thinking to myself, oh gosh, I'm going to kill Conrad. Oh no. All right.
It was pretty entertaining.
It felt like one of those moments when your dad tells you to hold the flashlight, but like 10 times more intensive, because I was sitting there just going slowly. He said, let me up. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, I'm just going to go. And he's going to go. And, and no more Brandon, no more.
Well, and for the audience, he was safe. It was a nice caged pallet. So
yeah, everything worked out.
So just
nobody's dead.
No, but everybody's safe.
Yeah.
Everybody's safe. That's all that matters at the end of the
more
day.
or less OSHA, he was safe.
Yeah.
He was very safe.
Yeah,
Very safe.
just always like technical terms. He was good, but yeah, no, it was kind of funny. See, because I walked out of the office, and he's kind of like over to the left, and I saw you, and I could see you were kind of a little nervous sitting in the driver's seat, and Conrad's up there running that wire, and I was like, I walked in the office, I was like, just walk away.
All I had in my mind was fake it till you make it. If I'm over here and I look like I know what I'm doing, and someone walks beside me, they'll just look by and go, all right, he knows what
just
he's
give him a
doing.
nice head nod.
Mm-hmm.
That head nod
I've done this
fixes
before.
everything. Just, yes, sir. Got it.
Yeah. Yeah, you definitely got, especially with the new systems that are coming online and stuff.
Yeah.
You've had to put some boots on the ground lately down at Yoder Metal.
So Conrad's wife just said that he hasn't told her that story yet. So
yeah, Stephanie, you need to ask him about that.
He's safe, and that's all that matters. And hopefully we don't have to do it like that ever again. maybe something different. This is just an idea. We had to get it done.
hey, it's done.
But it's done.
Got to do what you got to do.
It's done.
So, But yeah, Brandon, I appreciate you.
Absolutely, I appreciate you all.
Appreciate you coming on, and we better keep it rolling. I don't want to kick you off because we could talk for forever, but
yeah,
but I got to kick you off.
That's okay. That's good.
I got to kick you off now. We got somebody else to come on.
There's
now.
probably somebody out there who probably needs some IT help right now. So.
Yeah. So if you need anybody in the organization listening, if your computer's down, we're sorry, but he's available now. So blow his phone up.
Yeah.
I'm ready. I feel the vibration already.
He's probably got
from
like
the phone.
5 Discord messages like, "Hey, Brandon, we need you right now."
Oh, he's in there doing a podcast. I need him here right now.
So
we appreciate you.
It was an honor.
Yeah.
I'm so glad to come out.
Absolutely, I really do appreciate it. So we have how many more guests we got?
I think 3.
3,
and we may throw in one more.
Okay.
May surprise.
Just
somebody over there.
Just throw somebody in over there. And,
yeah. Just make him do it.
Make him do it.
Yeah.
Where he wouldn't even know.
Yeah.
Like you're talking about the guy sitting over there on the other.
Yeah.
That's running the.
Yeah, the switchboard.
The switchboard.
Right now.
Yeah. Okay, I'm good with that.
Yeah. Well, awesome. Well, let's just dive right into it. And this guy.
You bring this guy in because and then I also want to say something at some point. So.
Right. This guy is the backbone.
There you go. You can just speak right there.
The backbone of Yoder Metal. Our place does not run without him, and when it does, it doesn't run well. And so I want to introduce Mr. Jason Hollenbach.
You embarrass me.
He's the real MVP.
I'm telling you, man. Jason, I wanted to say something before I let you even talk. So, well, first I'll ask you this question: how long have you been with us?
8 years, conservative estimate.
Yeah, I think it may have been
maybe 10.
Maybe 10, yeah.
Yeah.
But
scoot up to the mic a little bit. There you go.
But here's the thing. I mean, back before I bought the business from my father, you were here with us.
Yeah.
You were, and he is a guy that I feel like me personally may have at moments taken advantage of in the sense of his willingness to do whatever it takes and never complain about it. Yeah. I just want to say that. I mean, and does it with everything he's got.
He's like in the last, I guess, because you were up here for how long?
It's been a little over a year now.
Yeah,
he's been down
and
there.
then and so me and Brandon were talking the other day, and he was like, in the last year, I don't know that we got a better like swap over in the last year from you coming from Woodworks down to Yoder Metal. And I know Brandon talks you up all the time and also gives you a little bit of a hard time, but you give him a hard time too, which is
you don't
important.
see him on the yard much anymore.
That's right.
Does he need to be?
No.
You sure? Or is he a problem when he's out there?
He
This is your moment to just
the
call.
The only time I see him is when I have a problem.
Just to call Brandon out right here, and that would make Corey so happy.
Oh, I'd get so happy about that.
Can't do it.
Can't do it.
Can't do it. Can't sell him out like that.
Can't sell him out like that. Yeah.
Jason, you're such a funny dude, and that's what some of the stuff that you say in the office sometimes, like, it has me rolling, and then but honestly, dude, you're such a hard worker and stuff, and so one of the things I've been asking everybody that's come on so far is, we talk on this podcast all the time about leading with purpose and things like that, and what would you say like your purpose is? Like, if you want to kind of give a brief, hey, here's what I feel like I'm supposed to be doing, or how you want to navigate that. It's just however you want to answer it.
It's just, what do you need?
That's it.
I mean, you need something done. Most likely, I can get it done.
Yeah.
If not, I can act like it till
fake it till you make it.
I can talk a good game about it then.
One thing that really stands out to me about you is your ability to do so many different things. Like, what I mean by that, and do them well. Was that just something over your life? You just put your head down and made things happen, or was it?
Well, before this job, I was an iron worker.
Okay.
And when we showed up, it was a slab. When we left, it was a fully functioning building.
Okay.
We just did everything, and to do everything, you got to kind of know a little about it.
Yeah. It just seems like you do so well with so many different.
I like
different
to figure
things.
stuff out.
Yeah, and a funny story one time, well, just recently, and I don't even know if I shared this with you, Jason, but we were dealing a little bit with the pole barn thing of trying to get it a little bit more organized. And one of the areas I was going through each thing, like when it comes to purchasing, when it comes to the sale of it, when it comes to delivery, and I got to a point of like packaging and organizing the yard. And so I walk out there. I wanted to say a little bit something to him to see if, what his thought was. I had an idea. Well, and so I just asked him, before I shared my idea, I asked him how he handles it. And his way of doing it was so much better than my idea. I just decided, you know what? I am not even going to say anything. I'm going to let Jason do what Jason does because he is killing it.
Yeah, he does an outstanding job. And
just
I know
organizing everything.
My team doesn't always put you in the best spots.
That's the time I like it. You know what I mean? I like a challenge.
Yeah, and that's the thing. There's days where, we're sending 3 customers around at the same time, and you'll sit there and I'll be looking on cameras, and all of a sudden one truck will be gone, the next truck will be gone, and the next truck, and you're like, I don't even understand how he did it that fast.
One thing that has improved dramatically down there at Yoder Metal since he's been there is the wrong things going out.
Yeah. Oh,
that's been one of the biggest benefit. Just making sure that what the customer orders goes, and it's going to happen at times, but it was an issue at one point before.
Yeah, 100%.
Making sure everything got on the truck.
They fixed that on coming out of the office, so it makes it easier on me too.
Yeah.
100%. Well, what? Ask your question. What was that question you've been asking?
What is one thing since you started here that you would say is a highlight or, a favorite moment? It can be anything if you have something.
Well, I hadn't been here probably a week. And my old lady had a lot of health problems when I first started, if y'all remember. I was in and out a whole lot. Well, she needed a colonoscopy, and the insurance wouldn't go cover it, and y'all covered the deductible for me. I didn't even ask. You just come out and handed it to me, and that meant a lot to me.
Well,
I give back to folks who do that. You know what I mean? It's a mutual thing.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate that. I do. I want to always take care of my team. My team is, I hate where people treat people as a number. And there's moments in my life as a leader that I can catch myself starting to slip there, not intentionally, and it never feels right. I want to always have a relationship with my team that they know that if you need something, I'll be there. I can't always do what needs to be done, but I'll definitely give it a shot.
Yeah.
And care about it. But I thank you for that. I do.
Every time I've come to you for something, you've come through.
I appreciate
I try
that.
not to come to you.
I understand.
I was taught to make my own way.
Yeah.
That's it.
So you earn your way through.
Yep. And life ain't always easy. And I know over the years you've been here, been times where things, and it happens to everybody, but you always just keep chugging along, brother.
Yeah, it was easy the first 5 years or so because Yoders 2 is out of sight, out of mind.
It was, yeah, you're right.
You could hide out down there and nobody knew you existed until something went wrong.
You're not wrong about that.
As long as everything was going right.
Well, that's the thing, yeah. And that's one area that we failed as leaders. Man, we failed. We failed y'all down at Yoders 2 when you worked down there. I look back on that whole situation, and there was many a times that you're right. You would only hear from us when there was a problem. You wouldn't hear from us, and a part of that was probably because they were doing, most times y'all do such a good job, you just handle things, but that's not a healthy. It's not healthy as a leader to not be engaged with your team like that.
Yeah.
And especially when they only hear from you when there's problems.
Yeah.
That's not good. So, but
I know JD just said in the chat, we miss you at Woodworks daily.
Oh, really?
Well, you guys can't have him back. I'll tell you that for a fact.
I don't see that.
You can't have him back. He is now sold out to Yoder Metal. So,
and you worked with Jeremiah for, until you went to Yoder Metal, basically, right?
Yeah, I've known Jeremiah probably close to almost 20 years.
Yeah. That's where you got the job, was through him, correct?
Yeah.
I thought so.
He hired me up there to do the painting on the dog kennels.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah. So that was. Thank you, Jeremiah.
Yeah, great pickup. So talk to us a little bit about. I know I know when you're working in the yard, a lot of days it's chaotic. Like it is a lot of fast-paced moving. It's not like you ever really have time to twiddle your thumbs out there. It's usually 7 o'clock to 4 o'clock you are moving and doing something.
4 o'clock's when the customers show up.
That's right. Yeah, I should say till about 4:30 or 5. So talk to maybe there's a person out there that is struggling. You know, maybe they get overwhelmed in hectic situations. How do you manage as much as you manage out there? Because you don't just load customers. You're also piecing orders together, putting them on racks, keeping everything organized out there. And then also, you know, we also just throw on top of you standing seam and board and batten every now and then. So how do you maintain kind of everything, all these moving parts? Is there, you have like a method, or it's just
if I know ahead of time, it's a lot easier.
Yeah.
But that spur of the moment, big lumber orders, or you know, what I mean, wild customers backing up behind them. I mean, I don't have a hand. I get frustrated. I'm sure you can tell on the radio.
Yeah, but it's understandable.
But I mean, it is what it is. You got to get through it.
Yeah.
What alternative do you have?
Yeah, that's true. And so, Corey, you need to make sure that if he gets if that's happening, that people are headed out there to help him.
No, I've learned to ask.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's perfect. Good. Awesome.
I don't want him to stand up, get stacked up too far behind me,
and
because I'm too proud to ask for help. You know.
Yeah, and the team, hopefully the team.
Oh yeah, they
step up.
Yeah.
We have Jason at times, and I want you to continue doing this because, like I've told you several times, like, hey, if my team ain't doing the job that they need to do, I want to know about it. But you know, you do a great job of coming in. Maybe after the frustrations go away.
Yeah, I mean,
you know, and that's okay. Frustrations are not a bad thing. That's just it's natural.
I don't have much of a filter on my mouth either.
and that's good. And that's what we need here.
See, I'm just right now. I have to think about what I say, because if I don't,
I mean,
it's okay.
Yeah.
I'll wander. You know what I mean? I tend to have a foul mouth sometimes.
But you always do a good job of coming in and be like, hey, Corey, like, usually Brandon's in my office right now since we share an office. We really need to get that budget approved to get him and you off. But you come in there and you talk to me and Brandon about it. And, you know, there's days that, hey, you know, I tell you, I'm sorry. It just was chaotic in here. And then there's days where my team just didn't do a good job. And I always try to be as open and honest about those things as possible. So I always appreciate you coming in and sharing your frustrations and stuff. So that's another thing, like, you know, people that are out there, if you see problems in the organization, talk about them.
Yes, do it.
Like, because not talking about it's just kicking the can down the road.
Mm-hmm.
And
it just
so,
festers.
Yep. Festers.
And then all of a sudden
becomes a big thing.
Then all of a sudden I have to pull Jason off of Brandon Lynch, and then that's a whole big deal.
You know, my coach always says, he says, where people end up messing up in their organizations when they leave the small things, let the small things go.
Yeah.
We tend to only look for big issues, but if we can catch things before they become big, saves a lot of heartache. And there's moments where I like to just stop and say, what are the small things right now that are slipping? And so I encourage people to do that as well.
Yeah.
So, but well,
dude, I want you to hear this from me, and I want to do this publicly. When I say you're the backbone of Yoder Metal, I mean that. You really do a great job of keeping us all looking good and looking organized and helping contractors. I truly believe there's a lot of contractors that come to Yoder Metal, not for the sales guys, but because of you and the yard, because you do such a good job of getting them in and out, and that's time is money to them, and so you do a great job, man.
I used to do what they do, so I understand.
Yeah.
So, but man, we appreciate you. Thank you for sparing a little bit. I don't want to keep you too long because the yard may be burning down without you.
I left my walk in the car just so I didn't have to hear it.
That's perfect.
So I'm sure it's probably, is Brandon out there covering the yard?
He was in the office covering the yard.
out there in that air conditioning.
Air conditioned yard.
Air conditioned yard, yeah. So
well, dude, anyway, we appreciate you, Jason.
Yeah, we appreciate you, brother.
This was fun.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll get you on one day, maybe for an actual. We need to get Jeremiah and him on an actual full podcast. podcast.
I don't know if YouTube censors can take that.
I don't know. Maybe.
I think it'd be great. There'd be some great discussion just about life and
Yes.
some awesome things. But anyway, so we appreciate you though. Thank you, sir. Thank you for
appreciate
coming on. So,
Absolutely, man.
all right. So we are, Sean. How far are we in on our live right now?
We are 57 minutes in.
Wow, 57.
Man, we've just been rolling right along. While we're waiting on the next one, I don't know. He may be out here. I'm gonna see if he's out there.
Is JP out there?
Is JP next?
No, it should be Jeremiah Rogers.
Yeah, Jeremiah.
You might have to get on the horn and find him.
Just
He's probably putting out a fire somewhere or starting one. Who knows?
I'll give him a text message.
But while we're waiting on him, Clinton, are you excited about next week?
I'm excited.
So
so I got to go speak at that youth seminar.
Yeah.
On
Saturday?
Yeah, Saturday. And so, that side of it is a little. It's a little stressful. You got 16 to 18-year-olds that you got to speak to, but I'm looking forward to getting that done, and then being able to sit there in Denver for multiple days, just drinking from a fire hose.
That's it. That is it.
Drinking from a fire hose. Get some good leadership advice, and listen to a whole pile of great speakers. And we're referring to the Dave Ramsey Summit, Entree Leadership Summit in Denver. We believe and we love Entree Leadership. We absolutely love them. They're great. They're great.
Yeah, they're awesome.
They've changed our organization for a lifetime, for generations probably. So if you need coaching or anything, man, I'd go with them.
Yeah,
I'd recommend them every single day.
They're great. And if you ever get a chance to go to Summit, go. It's awesome. This will be my second year going, and I can't wait. I'm on my tiptoes, ready to go. So, and especially going to a place like Denver, Colorado.
So you got lucky and got to go back-to-back years.
Yeah, I got lucky. That is not normal for organizations. Usually we alternate. Well, we used to. Now we're doing a little different.
Mm-hmm.
But we used to alternate years and stuff, and so I'm getting to go to back-to-back years. So pretty special. But
Great.
there he is right there. Here he comes sliding in here.
The man of the hour. No, I am excited though. Sorry, I was looking at chat.
You're
so,
good. You're good.
But yeah, no. It's so we got. Well, actually, Jeremiah, the next one that's coming on, he's going to be out there at Summit, and then we got old Gerald, of course, and we'll have a great time. I get to take my family with. That's gonna be fun. So, but anyway, so we got you throw on your headphones there, sir. No, you're good. We're live, so whatever we say here, just as people are just hearing it, so it's perfect. So
Yeah.
But,
So first of all, this is welcome, Mr. Jeremiah Rogers.
Thank you, sir.
We're excited to have you on, and we need to start here. So everything that you see up here
and here
and pretty much this whole studio.
He probably built the building too.
Probably. Jeremiah did with his own bare hands, opposed to his regular human hands. So you've done a great job for us, and we've said your name a few times on the podcast and stuff like that, especially around the first of the season and stuff. But I want everybody to put a face to the name. So you're kind of the man behind making all this look pretty, and we appreciate you for that.
Absolutely. So, Jeremiah, what do you do here in the company?
I think the question is, what don't I do here?
I would agree.
I
with
think
that.
I just don't build buildings anymore.
You just don't build buildings. Did you build play sets? You just got off a big play set job?
Big play set. Take care of whatever needs to happen. I do all the running around. I get whatever needs to happen. People got questions, they come running. I try to have an answer.
Yeah.
And if not, I figure it out.
How many years has it been since you started? You know,
10.
10 years. 10 years.
Going
With
on
Jason,
10.
we had Jason on just recent or before you, and he came on about a year or so after that, or maybe 2 years after, something like that. So, but yeah, man, I want to personally take a moment and just tell you that, man, there was a time where I know for a fact we didn't appreciate you at the level we should have. You know, there's no doubt about that. But you have truly made a big impact on our company here and the lives of the people in the company in a positive way. I don't believe we'd be as good of a company today as we are without you here. And I mean that. That's not to try to make you feel all good. That's just me saying it for the world to hear, and I mean that.
Well,
So.
I just try to do my best every day and bring my all. That's all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's been amazing to have you part of this for as long as you've been. I mean, we have a lot of people in our organization that have been here a while.
Yeah,
they've been here a while. So
you're definitely I know I was looking at chat. Looks like one of the people said the life of the party is here, and I would definitely agree with that. Jeremiah is definitely, because you come down to Yoder Metal a lot and get stuff handled and pick stuff up and stuff, and it's always nice seeing you walk through the door and know we got a little pick me up for the day.
Feel like we're gonna shake hands regardless.
100%. If I had one of those, you see them on Facebook all the time. It was like, if you had to call one person and they don't pick up the phone, you win $1 million. If that was like, if this person walked in the door and they had to give you a handshake, who would you call? It would be you. I don't know. I think right now may be the first time that we've ever sat in a room and we didn't shake hands before we talked.
That's very true.
And that's just logistically right now, but we will shake hands before this is over.
I just about thought about getting up right now.
I did too. Yeah. But
and another thing, you will not accept a half-hearted handshake either, and I
No.
love that about you.
No,
I
I'll
love
grab
that.
your arm and stick you in there.
I love that about you. I've learned to go ahead and just hit it.
Just commit,
Marry it.
baby.
That's it.
I've
Get in there.
done, because my job sometimes, I can be kind of everywhere at times. And if I ever see Jeremiah, like I just go ahead and I'm like, oh, let me just go ahead and shake his hand. Like just go ahead and get that out of the way. And it's honestly, it's like, I don't want it, because I know you're going to wait on it.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
And I was like, I don't want to inconvenience him. Let me go ahead and get hit this. So, but dude, you do such a great job. And
Thank you.
I know down here, a lot of people think a lot of you. Down at Yoder Metal, we're all the time talking about how awesome you are and stuff. So you got a lot of people that look up to you and things like that. And I kind of want to hear what makes Jeremiah tick. So what would you say your purpose behind what you do is?
I do everything for family.
Yeah.
I love my family,
Yeah.
and I love my job. So I don't like my dad. I guess my stepfather always told me you don't do stuff halfway.
Mm-hmm.
You go all the way. So if I mess it up, it's 110 miles an hour, and I'm gonna mess it up good, or I'm really gonna make it a good job. And everybody's gonna be like, "Wow!" And I'm gonna be like, "Yeah, you just don't know all the side steps I took on that."
Yeah.
You don't know how many times I went outside and screamed to the sky of how frustrating it was to figure it out. You just figure it out.
That's it.
Yeah, and I love one thing about you that it's a God-given gift is
100%.
I can describe something to you, like this room here. This is an example.
Mm-hmm.
I can describe kind of an idea to you, and you have the ability to bring it to life.
Oh yeah.
And that's even back, when you were working at Yoders too, and even now what you're fixing to be doing with improving the chicken coop and the dog kennels and things like that. You see things maybe a little different in a good way than others. It's a gift you have. You tend to, especially when it comes to construction and things of that nature. It's like you can just mold something into exactly what you envisioned.
Right.
And,
well, that's ADHD. And that is God giving me a superpower.
ADHD, I love it.
I've always said it. My daughter has it. I call ADHD a superpower
Yeah.
because some people have it and they can do like books and words and stuff like that. I see things.
Yeah.
Like you can just, like you said, you can describe it. I can see it.
Yeah.
I play chess. I can see a head.
Yeah.
I just see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I sometimes I can't even describe what I see.
But
But if you just pay attention and calm down,
and let me handle it. I got it.
I got it. I got it. It'll happen.
What is one thing since you've started here that you can think of over the years that a highlight or something that you enjoyed, maybe a story that something you didn't enjoy, just share something that stood out to you since you started here. I know it's been years, so it's probably a lot, but
Oh man, you're putting me on the spot.
I know I am, man. I know I am. We did everybody, so don't.
I can't think of one individual, but the things that I enjoy is always getting able to figure something out, like this new play set, just figuring it out. And then you got your stories on that, and Aurelio and his whole mess. He's wild one, you know. Then it rained every day. We worked out there in the rain and water almost up to our kneecaps. And then, well, you got the building out here that your father had me build. That was a mess.
Yeah, that's right. I remember that.
that was fun. And then, man, your dad had me build a barn. Redo a barn. Two of them actually.
Oh yeah, but that thing, I will tell you, Jeremiah, that thing is right. Like, it has worked so well, and you turned that building from, really, to be honest, it probably could have been pushed down.
It should have been pushed down
To something that's going to last for. I mean, honestly, the thing's there.
He's got another one he wants me to do.
Yeah. I'll tell you on that one there, you'll enjoy some rats that I love to hang out there. I went down there recently and harvested a few. I say it that way, so we are live. So, so if you have to work in there, you'll be dealing with that. By the way, so
true. But no, I mean, we got some fishing trips that we had.
Oh yeah,
you know.
man.
We've had some stories on
red fishing. Oh man,
when are we going back to Louisiana?
we need to go.
Golly,
we need to go. I missed it 2 weeks ago. Well, I know it was last week. Jeremy went last week, right?
Yeah. But Lyndon went the week before too.
Yeah.
Randall.
that was my favorite trip.
Yeah.
That was so much fun.
Man, and we only got to stay a night.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, I think the metal shop went down for 3 days. I was jealous.
No, I think we only stayed one night.
No, it was, but what we done is, it was over us like 2 or 3 nights, but we brought in, like, I think the metal and then my son's woodworks too, right, or not?
No. No, we did stay 2 nights. We drove down and then stayed the night, woke up the next day and fished.
Yeah, okay, so it really wasn't
and then stayed the night.
We got there
and
like late
fished.
that
Yeah.
night. That's
Gotcha.
right.
Yeah, because I got the stomach bug on that trip, and that was awful. And let me tell you, if you ever get the stomach bug and you start feeling good in the morning, you're like, yeah, I can go fish. Don't go fish. Because that was the most miserable 8 hours of my life.
Really?
But I did. I threw a line when we first got out there to the first spot. I threw a line out and caught a massive redfish. And then my stomach bug hit, and I sat down and slept, and just stayed asleep. And then woke back up when we got on some more fish. And my guide was like, Corby, you gotta throw a line out here. You gotta throw a line. And so I was like, I'll throw one more. And I threw it out there, and I caught another massive fish. So I threw 2 casts that day and caught 2 massive redfish. So may not have caught the most, but per cast, I think I did pretty well with the stomach bug. So
yeah, that's a lot of fun. What boat were you on? Like,
oh, when I went with the young guy. See, you got paired up with Jason Hollenbach,
That's
and
right.
y'all went on the older boat with the old man.
Yeah,
Y'all caught everything.
that's true. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
I think I was with a young guy.
I went with the young guy with Lyndon, and I want to say there was another person on the boat with me. And we caught fish, but it wasn't nothing like Lyndon's boat.
Yeah.
We kept the first day we were down there. We kept
Didn't matter
catching
to me.
catfish, and he'd be like, it's a litter box out there. There's so many cats.
Hey,
Dude,
know
he's
the
hilarious.
funnest part of, I went last year again with a steel company that invited us on a trip, and we actually went out an evening, a morning, and an evening. So what we did is went out the evening when we got there, limited out on redfish. But one of the funnest things I did was they went, way up, probably 30 minutes up towards the New Orleans to where the water became more freshwater. And we got on catfish, like freshwater cats, not the saltwater where they throw out. These are freshwater. We caught over 120 sitting in one spot.
What?
And these are like slabs.
Wow.
I mean, these were slabs, man. And so you add that to it, dude, you're talking about so much fun.
Oh, it was awesome.
So we'll get another trip together.
Yeah, we need to.
Y'all, I tell you what, team, hold me accountable to that, and Gerald ain't probably liking that I'm saying this, but we'll try to find in the budget.
I just heard that deep breath of yours.
So, but that's good stuff. So you've been kind of pushed into a little bit of a new role, somewhat. When was that? I guess it's been a year now.
Yeah, it's been a year.
So, how has that felt? How has that been?
I actually love doing all the mixed up crazy stuff, and when it's real busy and everything's going crazy. I believe more in the wintertime. It kind of, for me being so wide open, having to slow down and not come in so early and stuff like that kind of hit spots. But other than that, man, I love what I do.
Yeah, good.
I love it.
Good.
I'm excited to go to this.
Yeah, you get to go with us, man. We're excited.
Man.
It's us three and Gerald, man.
And I'm excited.
It's gonna do you a lot of good. And I think what you'll see is when you're there, you'll start placing the pieces together, the things you hear from hear that we're talking about, saying, and why we want to do the things. Everybody that we took in the past, they said that by going to Summit, it opened up their understanding of why we do some of the things we do.
Right.
And so I think it's value, and man, you get to maybe meet some pretty awesome people.
That's awesome.
So
I'm so excited.
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be a good trip. So
yeah, we actually did it a little different this year. We let the team vote
on who goes. And
Jeremiah actually got the most votes out of anyone. So
right.
So you can
well
tell,
deserving.
Yeah, well deserving. I know several of the guys, because I didn't want to influence the vote at all.
I think you did.
I did with one person. No, straight up. Lyndon asked me to get off early one day, and I said, well, I mean, if you cast a vote for my name.
Straight bribery, man.
Yeah, I mean, he went turkey hunting. So, no, it's well deserved, and you're loved by all the team members. And so you do an outstanding job.
Thank you.
And that's one of the reasons we wanted to bring you on here, is not just to hear from you, let the audience hear from you, but to hear publicly that you're killing it.
Show you off a little bit.
Yeah, because you're doing a great job. And I can't
Absolutely.
wait next week for us to go to Denver and hang out and get to enjoy some cool stuff up there, and it's going to be great. And probably some pretty good food too. Pretty good food.
So one last question. You're a big fish guy. Like, you love to fish.
Yes, sir.
What is your favorite type of fishing?
Oh, it's got no contest. It's bass fishing.
Bass fishing.
I love it, and yeah, right now it's killing me because my boat is not finished, and I'm still working on it. As soon as it does, though, you won't never see me at the house when I'm not at work. I'll be on that boat as much as I can. I love it. I don't like much more.
I love Paul's comment right there. Paul, the owner of one of our great sponsors, the Farmhouse Coffee Company, they're so awesome. Definitely want to go stop by and get a coffee from them, those guys. But he says, when's the best 2 times to fish is? When it's raining and when it's not. So it's an awesome comment right there. So
that's very true. So, well, Jeremiah, we appreciate you. Appreciate you spending a little time with us here, and keep doing you. Keep being great, man. You do amazing here, and we love you, and just truly are glad that you're part of us.
Yeah.
So
you do an awesome job, man.
Absolutely. Oh. Appreciate you. There's the handshake, boys. There it is.
Get it.
There it is.
See,
You're good.
banging
You're good.
everything up. We'll see.
You'll have to fix that later.
Oh, is this
Well, awesome. So listen, audience, we've got a few more guests, and we appreciate you guys hanging with us. You can ask questions in the chat,
Come on over.
and we'll try to get them in here and make comments or whatever. But we just want to—that's the whole goal of today, is to take a little break from the normal stuff and highlight team members that are doing an amazing job. So while we get the next guest set up, we just kind of hang out. But yeah, how about your golf game last night?
You want to talk?
You want to make any comments on it?
Yeah, I will. So, we're in this tournament that we talk about quite a bit on the podcast, and so we're just out getting a good practice round in is all.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a phenomenal round.
Where did y'all play?
Played excellent.
Coleman.
Played excellent.
Yeah, Cross Creek.
There's nothing to say here.
Yeah.
Full confidence going in the next round.
Nah, I wasn't gonna say a word about it.
Yeah.
Sean got some shots in last night. Really needs to work on that swing. But listen, our next guest is one of my favorite team members in the entire organization. Not just because he is on my team, but he is a solid guy that has totally elevated Yoder Metal in the last probably 9 months since he's been here. And that's Mr. J.P. Williams. So
Mr. Jimmy J.P. We call him J.P. because we got another Jimmy in our company. And, man, welcome on here.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Yep. Yeah. So we are live. You get to be seen by everybody right now. I hope it's making you good and nervous.
Very much so.
Just lighten. We're just gonna lighten the mood here.
So JP, tell us. So you started in, what was it? October? Was it October?
No, it was September.
September. That's right. September. The very end of September.
Like 23rd, I think it was.
Something like that. So that's when you started, and tell the audience what you do at Yoder Metal.
At Yoder Metals, I work in sales. That's my division, my part, and I do pole barn estimating. That is, I guess, my heart. I enjoy the pole barns and selling metal. I enjoy the people.
Yeah, and you're great with them. You do. You do amazing with them. I think you're kind of people are starting to want to talk to JP.
I mean, some of the people it kind of hurts my feelings at times. Some people I answer the phone that have been like my guys forever, and they're like, "Hey, can I talk to JP?" And I'm like, "Yeah." like, man, but no, you do a great job for us, and you make such a great addition because you're not just good at what you do, you're a great culture fit, and so you really. I think everybody down at Yoder Metal, you've just kind of fit into the team, and it kind of feels like saying that you were hired in September doesn't feel right. It feels like you've been working here for like 8 years already. So
it does.
He brings you ever think about it that it may feel like a long time for him because he has to do with you?
No, that's different. That's totally fair.
No, I do not have to deal with Corey. Corey is great.
Yeah, I know he is. He's a good. I kind of like him.
No, don't do that.
Oh my goodness! But so JP, I asked you a question. You've been here, what you said, eight months. What is something that a moment or whatever through the time that you would say was a highlight, or just something that you can think of to share with the audience that happened or whatever while you've been here?
Okay, one thing that has always been a highlight since I've been here is this company is given to doing things God's will and way, not my way and will. And that has really stood out to me. It's very important to me that we do that. I give a shout out to the entire team.
Yeah, and I think that's what we with us embodying that mindset, it really helps us see where our place is in this world. you know, what we're truly here for.
That's right.
You know, we are here for more than just going to work every day, just, you know, showing up to a job and doing, you know, just putting food on the table. There's a bigger purpose behind what we do, and we're glad that you're a part of that, JP. Corey, you have a purpose question. I like that really.
So JP, you know, we talk all the time about leading with a purpose and everything, and I know me and you personally talked about this, but if you will, open up to the audience and kind of talk about why you do what you do. What is your purpose, not just here at work, but as a father, as a husband, and just as a human?
Okay. You know, leading with a purpose entails our entire life, not just at home. And as I lead with a purpose, my goal is that for those who follow me are bettered by the way I lead. That I lead for the good of the people behind. I was just thinking about today about a good shepherd. What does he do? He leads the sheep in the right direction, and he takes them where he feels is best for them. And in the business, I like to look at it the same way, that I do what I feel is best for the company and for the customer.
Yeah.
And I lead in that direction. At home, I try to lead in that direction. What is the best? What will lead them to Christ? That's the ultimate.
Absolutely. Amen.
And if I can do a little bit of that at work and at home, I feel good about what I've done.
Yes. Amen to that. Amen to that. I love that.
Yeah.
Man, we have some good people here.
I know, they're solid.
Like I've been blessed to have it. Like, could you find, you know, of a team that's even close to our team? I mean, I was just telling you. I know it's a little bit prideful, but
we're bragging a little bit, but that's okay.
I mean, I love it because I feel the reason I say that is it's just everybody truly has embodied what we've embodied here.
Well, you know, sometimes, and this is gonna be funny, I think both of y'all get a kick out of this. Sometimes when you allow God to be in control of your business, you might be surprised by the results.
It's true.
Yes.
So, because I know when we were looking for a new salesman, you know, I was a little bit, you know, I had my thoughts on somebody when we were going about hiring you. I was like, I want a rock star. I want somebody that not just is a great salesman, but gets our culture, does everything. And so one day, I think you said something to me. You're like, dude, I got the dude. And I was like, okay, what's his name? And he was like, his name's Jimmy. He goes to our church. And I was like, dude, send him like my way. And I remember the first time we sat down and interviewed and was talking and stuff. And after you left, I looked over because Jimmy Herndon was in the interview with me. And as soon as you left, I looked over and I said, that's our guy. I said, that's him. And Jimmy was like, well, you know, let's make sure, you know, and everything.
I wonder if that's from past experience.
That was 100% past experience. And I was like, no, dude, that's our dude. So you've been a great addition, and I know you. The last couple months have been a lot on you. You've had a lot of spinning plates and stuff, and you've handled it not just well. You've handled it with like grace and compassion, and just served our customers well. And so, and that's a big deal for our team is. We always want to serve those people. Amen. And make sure that we're not just, oh, yeah, we'll provide this metal for you. No, we're providing a service. And we feel like that's what's going to get people to come back and buy from us. And you do such a great job with that. And you also have to deal with Gerald. A pretty good bit. So Gerald was on earlier, and he said that one of his job titles was to annoy Corey, and so you kind of annoy Gerald back, and I appreciate that.
Oh yeah, anytime. Anytime.
But
I love the culture that y'all, you know, which all the company has, but y'all down there at Yoder Metal's office, y'all have a great time and care about each other. You have each other's backs, and I think you mentioned it, you know, a few days ago, man. The people that you're working beside, I mean, they're your brothers.
They are.
They
They're
became
all my
family.
brothers.
Yes, and we appreciate that mindset and that team, that team mindset, and hopefully, man, we can keep this thing growing. We can keep this thing going, and you can just keep adding your customers and adding more customers and adding more customers, and you have the ability to. I know that you do great. So.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I do have to. I got a bone to pick with you though.
Go for it.
I don't know who started telling you to call me Uncle Corey, but that's dating me a little bit, and I don't like it. So, but yeah.
Now you got
Okay, Uncle
got,
Corey.
Yeah, you got something to poke with now.
Yeah. Well,
So.
well, listen, man. I know. We talk about a lot that we have a lot of fun and things like that, but I also know that you sitting here, you're like, hey, let's wrap this up so I can get back down there and start selling again. So
Well, yes.
that's what makes a good salesman. They don't like sitting around not selling.
That's
so.
it. So we appreciate you coming on, JP.
Yeah.
We really
Absolutely.
do. And we appreciate what you do for us. So
Yes, I appreciate what you guys do for me, and I want to give these guys a shout out. Clinton first. I appreciate Clinton very much. He gave me a job. I appreciate Corey for rooting for me and making that job possible.
Wow.
absolutely. Well,
It's the best. You've been the best decision I've made so far. So,
Because I'll say one thing about my job, it's not a job. It's a place that I love to go.
you enjoy, and that's huge, man. That makes me feel good. Thank you. Appreciate it.
I
I really
appreciate
do,
it,
man.
JP.
That makes me feel good. That's what it's about, man.
that's it.
Corey, I appreciate you getting this thing together like this.
Hey, man,
because I you had the suggestion to bring people on. It's good to hear. I don't get around like I need to my team, and I mean it's just one of them things here. I'll shake your hand, JP. Appreciate you.
I'll see you here in a little bit.
So, but yeah, it's one of them things where just being able to have people on and hearing them and
Great. And listen, so we've highlighted 5 so far, and there's probably another 20 or 30 that we could do
100%.
that all have same stories. And so I know sometimes if you're watching this, you're like, man, like if I had their team, I could have the same success and things like that. And that's not what we're trying to highlight. What we're trying to show is how valuable a team is.
Mm-hmm.
Is you have the ability. You've got to find out first what direction you want to head in. What's your purpose as an organization? What's your vision for organization, and then build the team that can get you there.
Yeah.
And so
I agree. Absolutely. And it's doable, and it takes patience, it takes time, and it's not ever perfect. You will always have to continue to try to give a little invest into your people continually. It's not like, okay, I built a great team, now I can stand back and watch it without continuing to pour into it, because it will slack off. But I will say building a good team also makes it easy to like we're leaving this next weekend, and there's not even, I remember 5 years ago when we'd leave like this, it was a big deal, and there's not even hardly much conversation about it.
No, I sent one email.
Yeah, it's just we know.
it was just a, hey, if this happens, go to this person.
Yeah.
If this happens, go to this person. Mm-hmm. Everything else, you guys know the core values. You make a decision out of the core values, we're going to be okay.
Yeah. So, hey, Sean, go widescreen for a second, if you don't mind, and the full wide, all the way wide. All right, now get out of your chair and come sit over here.
Yeah.
Come on,
Sean.
Come on, get over here. Get over here. We ain't ever had an opportunity to do this. We're not going to be switching back and forth, but I want you to have a seat here. Unless, I don't know, it might screw something up over there, but hey.
That'd be fine. That'd be fine.
This is very interesting.
Yeah, so this is awesome, man. Sean here, I know y'all have seen him a little bit just flash into the camera here and there, but we've never actually had him sit right here like this. And I want to just take a moment and just tell you, man, thank you for making all this possible.
Yeah.
Man.
This is all y'all.
Well, but you behind the scenes, you do a lot of the hard work, and we just get to sit here and ramble
and yap
about stuff, and you probably get annoyed at us at times because we're probably not the best at like being ready for things. We're probably not the best at being prepared, and there's probably moments of full anxiety that you have working with us, but
Yeah.
but you do great.
I know. I've called you like 3 or 4 times, and it's so fun. And I really need to get better about this. Like you answer the phone, you're like, "Hey," and I'm like, "All right, this is what I need. I need this, 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 this."
You really do.
And then I'm like, "Okay, I gotta go. Bye."
It's so
and-
quick.
But Sean, you really do. You do a great job, and sometimes that gets lost behind the black curtain that we pull sometimes. But you do a great job, and we always want to thank you for that. Not just for the podcast, but that's not your only job.
Mhm.
You do a great job with marketing and all those stuff,
Yes,
and
yes.
you kill it.
Take
And
care
you're
of
and you're a pretty cool guy to hang around too. Sometimes.
Oh, there we go.
So, what's a highlight since you've been here, and how long? And how long you've been here?
I've been here. It'll be 2 years in October.
Yeah.
And a highlight, I don't know. It's like every day's a highlight. I don't know. A highlight is like within the job itself.
Well,
Yeah,
just
or just whatever.
Since you've been here, like things that have happened here.
Getting to meet new people on the podcast and stuff like that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
Getting to meet like guests. Like we're gonna meet James Spann in August. That's gonna be really cool.
yeah, that is.
That's going to be on my bio from now on. I have met James Spann.
There's probably a lot of people that have that on their bio.
They should.
Yeah, they should, because he's
'Cause he's awesome.
yeah, he saved my life multiple
I'm
times.
going to buy suspenders just so he can sign them.
And we've also got. I guess we could tease it. We're talking, and we're in the works of talking to try and get Sean on, aren't we?
Sean, you
Or no, I'm not Sean. I'm sorry, the guy from.
That's your name.
Yeah, I think it's Sean in the movie Tokyo Drift.
Oh.
Lucas Black.
Yeah,
Lucas Black.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I love that dude.
We're in the talks of doing that, aren't we?
yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah. So
He was in 42.
Yeah.
Which was, gosh, what a great movie, baseball movie. If you have never watched 42, please do that right now. Turn this off and no, I'm just joking. Don't turn it off. But yeah, Sean, talk to us a little bit. What's your purpose? What do you feel like you're here to do?
My purpose is to help businesses. Well, my original purpose, I feel like, was to help businesses reach a broader audience, or to help you guys reach a broader audience, which in terms we thought we could help other businesses, and we have.
yeah, absolutely.
We've helped other businesses become bigger.
Mhm.
I mean, look at Barnhouse Co., how big they are now.
Yes,
And they
yes.
started at zero.
Yes, yeah. Just building up the social media platforms for people that don't have the time and maybe the understanding of it totally. And you've done great, and it continues to grow. I mean, we have people reaching out quite often anymore.
We had a big meeting this morning with a big company, and we were just wanting to help them, and it turned into like, well, what kind of contracts do you guys have?
Yeah.
So that's a big company. That's a big deal.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
That's
Good.
awesome.
Good. I like to hear that.
Yeah.
I like to find out things that I don't know about.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah.
So,
Well, I know, Sean, like, I know me and you've got really close, and stuff, and you're a great, awesome guy. You care about people. That's what I always admire about you is you really do care. You like to play like you don't sometimes. Like you come off like you're just a funny guy, but you care about people, and I appreciate that about you. So you've been pretty awesome.
yeah. I don't know really what else to tell you. I'm around you every day, so it's kind of hard to just keep talking about you,
I
Sean.
know.
yeah.
No. And you need to improve on your golf swing.
Yeah.
You definitely need that.
So,
I'm offering lessons.
yeah. Well, you suck too, so. So.
This is how our golf sessions go.
But no, audience, I appreciate all the time that you've spent with us here. I know that some people, to some people, talking about things like this is not their cup of tea, and that's okay. I mean, you don't have to listen to this, but I love to give insight to what we do here. I think it's beneficial to people. We're not I make this very clear. We're not trying to sit here and say that we have this perfect company that everything runs smooth, because let me tell you something, that's not the case. We have just as much chaos as any other business out there. But I will say that the team we have cares about what we do, have a bigger purpose in mind, and as you see, they truly care about each other, and that's kudos to all the leaders that we got that put the time and everything into the team. And I just want to thank every team member that hears this for what they do for our organization. And they mean the world to me. I'm always here for y'all. If you need something, you reach out to me. I'm here. I can't always help, but I can at least try. So, but yeah, I don't know what else we want to talk about. Do you want to we do want to close her down?
I think we close her down and
you hop back over there, Sean.
All right.
And get ready for the next one, man.
Yeah.
So we're gonna take a little.
We wanna try this next. We got a few things that we want to change up a little bit. We want to make sure that the things that we deliver to y'all are interesting and can actually make a true impact on your life. And so we have a few other ideas for this coming fall that we're thinking about running out. We'd love to hear from y'all if you have any ideas as well. We're going to always keep the podcast coming at you somewhat, but we would like to mix it up at times here and there. So we'll see how that all plays out.
We definitely got some good ideas, and if you have some stuff you guys want to see, let us know. If you say, hey, listen, I want to see what our meeting structure looks like, let us know.
Yeah.
We'd love to have that conversation with you and show you guys. So, but
right.
we appreciate you guys, and we're gonna dip out for the day, and we will be back with another episode. I think it'll be a week from 2 weeks from Friday.
Yeah.
So we got a really cool guest coming on. It's gonna be awesome. So, but we appreciate you, and always remember to lead with a purpose.
Absolutely. We love y'all. Peace.
See you.